Hey everybody, what is going on? Raven here. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a Japanese goddess by the name of Amaterasu. Now, Amaterasu is a great and glorious goddess of the sun, an embodiment of the rising sun and Japan itself. She is the queen of the kami and ruler of the universe. The Japanese imperial family claim to have been descended from her and her family line. That is what gives them the divine right to rule Japan. She is the center of Shinto and Japanese spiritual life. Now, as I talk a little bit more about her, there's going to be a lot of Japanese symbols, which I will try to show in my video. Please do understand that if I can't, I will put them in the description, okay? So Amaterasu can be translated as shines from heaven, and some of it means heaven or imperial, and another symbol meaning shines. So shines from heaven is a direct translation. Now, Amaterasu is shorthand for Amaterasu-ōmikami, which can be represented in Kanji. The longer version means the great and glorious kami who illuminates from heaven. Now, I'm going to try her most prominent titles. I'm going to butcher it, and I do apologize. It is Ōhirume-no-muchi-no-kami. I hope I said that right. And it means the great son of the kami. Amaterasu is the queen of heaven, the kami, and creation itself. Though she did not create the universe, she is a goddess of creation, a role she inherited from her father, Izangi, who now defends the world from the land of the dead. Amaterasu's primary role is that of the goddess of the sun, or the sun goddess. In this position, she not only serves as the literal rising sun that illuminates all things, but also provides nourishment to all living creatures and marks the orderly movement of day into night. The sun represents order and purity, two of Shinto's most important concepts. All things in creation are ordered, from Amaterasu down to the denizens of Jaigoku and other hills. The order is reflected in Japanese society as well. The Japanese imperial family, which claims that they are a descendant from Amaterasu, sit at the head of Japanese society. From the imperial family, a natural hierarchy exists. In pre-modern Japan, this was one of the many justifications for the society's caste system. Through Amaterasu's illumination, she represents not just order, but the justice that maintains it as well. The imperial family has long served as the legitimizing power of any Japanese political entity, and they have always used this position to ensure that Amaterasu's place as queen of heaven and her control of its courts are reflected in their rule. Thus, the earthly court systems and the justice they represent are reflections of Amaterasu's divine justice. Though she herself is not the goddess of justice, merely its final arbiter, she maintains harmony and balance in both the natural world and the human society. Amaterasu has always been an important, and not the most important, kami in Japanese spiritual life. Prior to the Meiji Restoration, when Shinto was not yet formalized, Amaterasu was important across most of Japan. It was only after Shinto was formally recognized as a state religion, however, that Amaterasu's role was solidified and the imperial family set once more as the head of the now democratized Japan. Though state Shinto was abolished in the years after World War II, Amaterasu and the imperial family remain an important part of Japanese spiritual life. Some scholars assume, based on archaeological evidence, that the prehistoric sun cult that occupied the region may have worshipped some incarnation of Amaterasu. The imperial family possesses 3 holy relics that come directly from Amaterasu itself. Together, these relics are known as the Imperial Regalia of Japan. Yata no Kagami, the 8-span mirror, was used to lure Amaterasu from the cave she hid in. Yasakami no Magatama, the Grand Jewel, is a magatama, a curved beaded or jeweled necklace common during the prehistoric Japanese period prior to the 4th century. It is thought the Grand Jewel was lost during the Genpei War, which was in 1180 to 1185. Kusanagi no Tsurugi, the grass-cutting sword, also known as Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi, the heavenly sword of gathering clouds, was once owned by Amaterasu's brother Susanoo and represented virtue. The Ice Grand Shrine, or the Issa Grand Shrine, known commonly as Jingju, sorry if I mispronounce all these words, is not only Japan's most hysterically important shrine, but also the official shrine of the imperial family. Dedicated to Amaterasu, this shrine houses the imperial regalia and was most important site of the pilgrimage throughout the Edo period, which was 1600 to 1868. There are several sections of the shrine where only priestesses and members of the imperial family may pass. As such, the shrine's chief priest and priestess must be of the imperial family line. Another shrine, Amano-Watu Shrine in Takachido, Miyazaki Prefecture, is said to be near the gorge where Ana-no-Iwatu, the cave where Amaterasu hid herself from the world, can be found. Amaterasu is one of the three kami, or born from Izagi's purification, following his attempt to free his wife from the land of the dead. The three deities were born as he washed himself: Amaterasu from his left eye, her brother, husband, Tsukuyomi, from his right eye, and storm god Susanoo from his nose. Though these are her primary siblings, Amaterasu has many other brothers and sisters born of Izangi and Nami's marriage rituals. She does have a child with her husband brother named Ami no Ōhirume-no-muchi-no-kami. I hope I said that right. Tales of Amaterasu appeared in the Kojiki and Niban Shoki, which relate the mythological origins of the universe and the birth of Japan as an empire. From the mist of time emerged two deities, Izanigo no Mikoto and Izanami no Mikoto, the divine male and female gods of creation. Seeking to fill the misty void, they devised a marriage ritual and engaged in, you guessed it, intercourse, but had to repeat the ritual due to a mistake on Izanami's part. The second successful attempt yielded a multitude of kami, spiritual beings representing the natural world of the islands of Japan. The last of these beings, Fire, subsequently killed Izanami. Wrought with grief, Izanagi journeyed to Yomi, or the shadowy land of the dead, searching far and wide. He did find his wife, and was shocked to find her rotting flesh full of oni and other demons. Seeing his rejection of her, Izanami flew into a rage and attempted to chase him past the gates of death. However, he managed to block the gates with a boulder. Izanami swore that if he ever left her there, she would kill 1,000 people every day. He replied that each day he would create 500 more lives that she could destroy, thereby ensuring the survival of Earth's population. Disgusted by the taint of death that lay upon him, Izanagi found a pool of pure water nearby and bathed himself in it. As he washed his left eye, Amaterasu emerged fully grown and glowing with the light of the sun. He washed his right eye next, and from it was emerging Tsukuyomi, the moon who reflected in his sister's light. As he cleaned his nose, a storm emerged and took the shape of Susanoo, the storm god and ruler of the seas. These three Izanagi tasked with ruling the heavens, with Amaterasu as their leader. As with the natural order of things, Amaterasu married her brother, and together they ruled the day and night. The marriage did produce children, but Tsukuyomi lacked Amaterasu's naturally glowing disposition. Whatever goodness he had was merely a reflection of her light. Ultimately, he's revealed his true colors at a banquet when the goddess Yukimochi created bounty from which food could be grown. After she spat fish into the sea and game into the forest, she proceeded to pull crops from her rectum. Disgusted by her actions, Tsukuyomi, I do apologize, ended her life right on the spot. Amaterasu rejected her husband's disgust and banished him for his evil actions. Thus, day and night became separated for all eternity. Though Izanagi tasked all three of his children with ruling the heavens, Amaterasu's claim was strongest, as she was his firstborn. She held the divine right to rule. The youngest of the three, Susanoo, resented his elder sister's right to rule and questioned it openly. Eventually, Susanoo's arrogance led his father to banish him. Before his departure, he went to bid his sister goodbye. When his actions were met with suspicion by Amaterasu, Susanoo issued a challenge to prove his sincerity. As the challenge began, Susanoo took Amaterasu's necklace as she took his sword. Using these vessels, they each birthed goddesses. Amaterasu produced 3 goddesses from the heavenly blade, while Susanoo produced 5 gods from the grand jewel. Since she owned the grand jewel and more gods were birthed from it, Amaterasu claimed she had won the challenge. Outraged by her claim, Susanoo went into a rampage, destroying much of heaven and earth. He annihilated Amaterasu's personal rice fields and threw animal carcasses about, even going so far to throw a pony at her loom. One of Amaterasu's personal attendants died during the rampage, causing an already angry Amaterasu to mourn as well. Ashamed their actions had led to chaos, she fled to a cave now known as Ama-no-Iwatu, the Heavenly Rock Cave. With Amaterasu in hiding, the world plunged into darkness and chaos. Thus began the first winter, a hard time for a world used to basking in the sun. The kami looked down upon the world and, seeing the chaos left in Amaterasu's absence, decided they must bring her back. Though they asked her to return and describe the chaos caused by her absence, Amaterasu refused to listen and blocked the cave entrance with a rock. After almost a year, wise Ōhirume-no-muchi-no-kami determined that if she would not come out of her own volition, they would have to lure her out with curiosity. To this end, a grand party was thrown. The plan had worked. As the music, dancing, and joyous cries of the gods did indeed pique Amaterasu's attention, the noise intensified when the dawn goddess Ame-no-Uzume performed a particularly revealing dance. Curious, Amaterasu drew closer to the cave entrance and there discovered an 8-fold mirror. Fascinated by the light of her own reflection, Amaterasu at last came to the mouth of the cave. It was at that moment Ōmikai drew back the stone that blocked the entrance. As he did so, Amaterasu's light re-entered the world, illuminating the chaos that had been left in her wake. Winter at last had ended, and spring and summer brought life back to Japan. Ashamed, she begged forgiveness for her actions. It was given freely, for Susanoo's behavior had been nothing less than abhorrent. His banishment was henceforth carried out, and Amaterasu returned to heaven. She later reconciled with her brother, who gave her the heavenly blade as a gift. In time, Amaterasu sent her grandson Ninigi to rule the earthly realm after her son refused. She gave him the Imperial regalia. Wow, I'm so sorry. Which helped Ninigi to establish a kingdom of justice and harmony. His great-grandson Jimmu became the first emperor of Japan and ruled with the Imperial regalia as a sign of his divine right and lineage. Japanese historical records connect Amaterasu with the shaman priestess Himiko, and some scholars connect her with both the proto-imperial family of the 5th century and the sun cult that ruled prior to the establishment of early Shinto beliefs. Elsewhere in the world, Amaterasu, similar to the Norse Sol, is known as Suna, a rare sun goddess in a world full of sun gods. Like Amaterasu, Sol is siblings with the moon and promotes order and harmony in the world. What did you guys think? I actually loved reading about this. I'm probably going to do more Japanese god and goddesses very soon, so be on the lookout for that. If you did like today's video and found it informative, please make sure to leave a like on the video. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure you do so, and make sure that all notifications are on so you do not miss any of my uploads. And I will see you all in my very next video. Bye!